Without doubt, John Halas is a central figure in the history of British animation and of British cinema in general. Tonight we are screening some of the classic, sadly such a small proportion of the totality of his work, but some classic Halas and Batchelor films, together with a special preview of an animated Utopia, a documentary by Professor Paul Wells of the Animation Academy at Loughborough University, which explores the life and many achievements of John Halas. After the film, we will have a screen talk, and we will be delighted to welcome Paul Wells, Vivien Halas, Jez Stewart of the British Film Institute, and Andy Wyatt of the University of Falmouth. Andy made with John a film called A Memory of Moholy-Nagy. Laszlo Moholy-Nagy was, as again many of you may know, was one of the leading artists and designers of the Bauhaus school in Germany in the 1920s and 1930s. In the Barbican Art Gallery we have a wonderful exhibition, Bauhaus Art as Life, and some of you may have already had a chance to see it. It's had fabulous reviews. It's actually become one of the Barbican's, I think it's the second busiest exhibition that the Barbican Art Gallery has presented in the last 20 years. It has become very, very successful. So do, pick up one of these brochures in the foyer afterwards, and do visit that if you have a chance to do so. John's daughter, Vivien Halas, continues to coordinate Halas and Batchelor, the archive, and presents screenings of her parents' work in Britain and indeed around the world. And it's my great pleasure to introduce her now. Would you please welcome Vivien Halas.
Gosh, it's bright. Anyway, this is a very special evening because I really wanted to do something for my father's centenary, and the first person I called was Robert, because he's never said no to me yet. And so we've arranged this. I'm really thrilled to see all these known and sometimes forgotten faces, but they're coming back to me now, because this is really a reunion, a celebration, and really to commemorate the life of John. And really, when I think about it, ever since he's died, I have been lumbered with trying to keep the memory alive, because although he made sure he was well known in his lifetime, there's nothing like making sure you're well known when you're there for being forgotten when you've gone. So let it be a warning to us all. Another thing I should say is that he always felt that the Bauhaus was really what interested him the most. When he was a young man in Hungary, he wasn't really allowed to go to the atelier of Bortnik, but he kind of blagged his way in and managed to help people like Moholy-Nagy with their experiments and Bortnik with their experiments in animation. And that's one of the ways he got started, but Paul Wells deals with all of that. One of the things is that my father was not interested in the past at all. He never told us really anything when we were children. My brother, who's sitting up there, can witness that. And the things he did say were probably not his own memories, more little bits of George Mikesh, How to Be an Alien, and things like that. So he was only interested in the future. He was only interested in the new and what could be done. And I hope that tonight we'll have a picture of that, thanks to Paul, who's sitting there. And I'd also like to thank Martin Pickles, who's helped me over the years go and interview, not everyone because there's too many, but certainly some of the animators that worked in the studio, like Brian Borthwick, who made a film we're going to see later, The Owl and the Pussycat, and was one of really the linchpins of the studio, along with Harold Whittaker, who we'll also see. And, well, you'll see it all. So we're starting off with Magic Canvas, which was very dear to my father's heart as a piece of experimental animation. Then The Owl and the Pussycat, which is really Brian Borthwick's film, I have to say. And then we'll have a clip of a film made by Andy Wyatt, which was, I think, his first film. He'll be here talking about it later. And then we'll show Paul's film, and he'll explain that to you in a while. So please enjoy the programme, and we'll talk to you later.